Attention A1 Trading Show fans. If you're looking to get funded, we've got a solution for you. Our partnered prop firm FX2 Funding helps traders get access to up to $200,000 in trading capital. FX2 Funding is not your average prop firm. We've chosen them as our partner because of their fair examination rules, their professional and available customer service, and they have an outstanding reputation in the prop firm space. Here's a quick look at their evaluation process. First, they don't have a time limit on their evaluations. That means that you can take your time when passing your evaluation. There's no pressure to rush your trading. Second, there is only one phase to pass in their evaluation before getting access to your funded account. Also, their evaluation fees are fairly priced and fully refundable upon passing. Once you're funded, you'll be able to keep up to 85% of your trading profits. Finally, a rule we know swing traders will love: you can hold your positions over the weekend. For a limited time, get 15% off any of their account challenges with promo code A1Trading15. That's 15% off any account challenge with code A1Trading15. If you're ready to get funded, we're dropping a link in the chat right now, and you can also find it in the description down below. So go ahead and get signed up today for 15% off with promo code A1Trading15. Now, back to the show.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the A1 Trading Show. Today, I'm gonna get my part out of the way as fast as lightning. Yes, Nick is still in Canada. He's in Canada, exploring the wilderness up there. He's having a great time. He had a video come out yesterday where he showed off a picture of himself out there. So, yeah, not to worry. He's all right. He's out there living it up. Today, we're gonna have Marco's trading journey and Mikko Aldo on the show, and I'm just going to bring Marco in if he's ready. Hey,
hello.
Marco, how's it going?
I'm good. How are you?
Going great. I know we got news today, so I might come back in like about the time the news happens, and we do that. That can be like our splitting off point, and then we'll bring Mikko in and
sure. I mean, we can all do it us three together. Look at the charts and the news for a minute or two. Yeah.
That is true. Yeah. We'll play it by ear. I think that's actually a pretty good idea. Maybe we can all come in, and then after a minute, we give Mikko his solo time. And that sounds actually like a good idea. And Marco, I'm just gonna give you. I'm gonna let you have the show, and then I'll be back on later, and Mikko will probably be with me. So we'll see you then.
Sure. Thank you. Okay, so let's get on the charts, guys. Any questions, any comments about the charts, about psychology, about trading, about prop firms? Put them in the comment section below, and I'll make sure I'll get to it. So for now, I'll start with my usual pairs, which I'm trading. So after the 6 pairs, I will take a look at the comments, and then I will do some requests, and then in around 10 minutes we will take a look at the news, and we will see then what will happen after the news. Okay, EU for me stuck in a range, so it's very flat. What I'm looking for momentum up or momentum down. EJ is starting a downtrend possibly, so still kind of stuck in this large overall range. I am starting to see some potential selling pressure in these 2 legs. Am I looking to sell right now? Do I have an order for a break and the retest to sell? No, I want to see a large breakout. I want to see a bigger breakout out of the range. So let's see if the bearish pressure can continue. Okay, let's take a look at some questions. Is Nick still on vacation? Yes, he is still on vacation. I'm long GJ, but not sure about it. But if you were to enter it, it's at a great price, so I don't trade GJ personally. Tuning in from South Africa, what's up? Watching from Nigeria, what's up? Trading from Nigeria, hello. Thoughts on my forex funds? So yeah, my forex funds is gone. They are no longer doing business. Again, we'll see with the other prop firms. What's my advice if you're doing prop firms right now? I would say be more patient, wait it out. Wait for the new regulation to step in. It will step in the next few months. You will see which prop firm will survive, and you will see which prop firm will become regulated. So then you can be a bit more safer, because if you start doing challenges right now, especially with these some shady prop firms, it's a major problem because the regulation is starting to step in, and you do not want to get your account blocked. For example, I had a challenge running with my forex funds, and it's now completely gone. The money's gone, so it's not a good scenario. Okay, what's your opinion on the S&P 500? So we'll do chart requests a bit later. And last question for now: what's the best psychological trader and/or books and advice you can give? Anything from Mark Douglas, absolutely anything from him. And The Mental Game of Trading. Let me see. So The Mental Game of Trading. Let me see the writer. So the writer is Jared Tendler. I would highly recommend that book. It has helped me tremendously. It goes very deep. It gives you some nice worksheets. So yeah, The Mental Game of Trading is my best advice. And don't read it once, read it 5 times or 10 times at least. That's the way to learn the most. Okay, S&P, sure, will do. Gold will do as well. EG will do. Lots of guys from Nigeria. What's up? Trading from the Netherlands. Hello, you're very close to me. Is it good to trade the unemployment claims on EU? Well, my personal advice is do not trade any sort of news during the news announcement if you're a beginning trader. So that's very reserved for advanced traders that really know what they're doing, that have like 10 years of experience. For beginner traders, what I would do, what I'm doing, I'm still a beginner, I'm not even 5 years trading. What I'm doing is I'm waiting for the news to settle down, and then I'm waiting for some trends to start up or trends to start down. Okay, so wait for the news, wait a couple of minutes, a couple of hours for things to settle down, and then a direction will be picked. For example, let's say that you are on the Aussie US dollar and you have a news candle like this, and in the next few hours, either, because this is the 1 hour, either a direction will be picked up or down, or you will just get a flat range. So once a direction has been picked, then you can buy or sell according to that trend that has started spiked from the news. Okay, so I would highly recommend waiting for the news to pass. Okay, Euro Aussie, sure, will do it. Pound US dollar, yeah. EU, we just did EU. USD JPY, sure. Only trade the news if you have a model predicting unemployment you trust. Well, I don't know anything about these models predicting the news. I don't know anything about it, so I can't speak on that. But news can spike trends, and trend traders can take advantage of the trends. So news are definitely a good thing for trend traders. Okay, let's continue. Aussie US dollar, for me personally, it's flat, doing nothing. What I'm waiting for is a large impulse up or a large impulse down. I'm a trend trader nevertheless. So yeah, Aussie US dollar hasn't been doing much. Aussie Japanese yen, for me personally, also range bound, stuck in this box. Also seeing a bit of a V reversal right here. And this is kind of a pattern that happens often. You get a V, you get a range, and then we push up. But to be honest, for now, this has been ranging for 2 days, and I'm expecting a larger, wider range. So I'm looking for an impulse up or an impulse down. Okay, pound. I know a lot of you like the pound. Pound US dollar on the 1 hour chart. Let's see. I was looking for a sell for a short trade right here. Price was heavily trending down, push down, retrace, push down, retrace, push down. I was looking for my flag formation to happen. Unfortunately, a flag formation did not happen in the end. So price went down without me, and I'm looking to sell again. I'm looking for a short order, but I need to see more momentum continue. I need to see it's definitely in a downtrend, definitely moving down, and this is exactly like the pound likes to move. So leg down, range, leg down, range, leg down, range. But here I'm seeing a bit of a descending channel. Price seems to be slowing down. So what I want to see momentum actually kick back into the downside. I want to see a nice push down, and then I would be looking to sell on a nice flag or on a nice break and retest trade. Okay, So that's for the pound, heavily going down, and I'm definitely looking to sell. NJ, New Zealand Japanese yen, same as the Aussie Japanese yen. So V reversal and a range. But for now, I mean, overall picture is a very, very range bound, very flat. Absolutely no potential for me as a trend trader. Okay, let's take a look at some requests. Gold. Gold is very popular. I know most of you want to see gold, so let's see it. I'll do the 1 hour chart. To be honest, the strategy that I trade does not work on gold, but I'm still, as a trend trader, going to give my bias and analysis for this chart. For me, this is kind of moving down, but correctively. Again, what I'm looking for, how are we breaking the major lows on the 1 hour chart? Momentum, break, retrace, break, retrace, break. A bit of a retrace right now. So for me, this is kind of moving in a descending channel. For me, the momentum down is getting exhausted. So the pullbacks are getting wider and deeper as well. And I would not be surprised if this actually descended a bit more and then reversed and started trending to the upside. So that's what I'm looking for on gold. Okay, gold, S&P. We did have S&P as well. I do remember that one. Let's take a look at Vantage S&P 1 hour chart as well. Well, I'm seeing potential on the S&P. We did have this ascending channel on the top right here. And after an ascending channel, we kind of, usually in most cases, we reverse in the opposite direction. So we drop to the downside. And currently I'm starting to see potential momentum building to the downside. So I'm not trading this alive. But I am seeing potential for some sells. If this continues, gives a nice push, then it would be an established downtrend coming from an ascending channel, which is very, very high probability to actually continue trending to the downside. So that's what I'm looking for on the S&P. Okay, let's see the Euro Aussie, for example. Let's do that one, FXCM data. For this one, flat. Okay, for me, this is flat. Not seeing potential. Range bound, I'm looking for a large push up or a large push down. I would wait for price to either clear this area, or if you're trading the range, I would look to buy the bottom, which would be around here. So buy the bottom of the range or sell the top of the range. So very simple stuff. But again, don't do anything if you haven't thoroughly backtested, at least in the last 5 years, and you have a large sample size to prove you have an edge in the markets. Okay, US dollar JPY. Yeah, let's do it. US dollar JPY. And news is coming out very soon. So I think in around 40 seconds, we will have the news for today. US dollar JPY is kind of trending up, but sort of pausing right here on the top. We will see what will happen, but I am seeing potential in this uptrend. I am seeing some strong bullish pressure. Overall picture kind of flat, but yeah, I would look to see if we can continue with this uptrend like we are seeing here. Okay, news is coming out in around 19 seconds. Let's take a look at the euro and the US dollar. We'll also take a look at some other dollar pairs as well. Okay, so 6 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, and well, the reaction is it's kind of big. Yeah, it's definitely big. Let's see the EJ pair. Okay. So EU kind of moving down. Let's see Aussie US dollar. Not much on the Aussie and US dollar. Pound US dollar. A bit of a reaction. Again, what I want to see on the pound, I know some of you are trading this one live. I want to see it give me a bigger leg down. Okay, I want to see a bigger leg. I want to see a nice fat bearish candle. So that's about it for me, guys. the news has moved the market a little bit. It's not really a huge reaction like we can get. Usually you get this sort of a candle, a huge bearish or huge bullish candle, but this is still a live candle, so it can still drop or go up drastically. Okay.
All right, Mikko. Sorry, I mean Marco. Excuse me.
Yep.
Our internet went down. I was like, "Come on, come on!" So we're back,
Oh, okay.
and since the news has come out, I want to go ahead and show the numbers. So there's everything's green. So there you go. I'll even bring Mikko in. So, hey, Mikko, how you doing?
Caught me off guard there a little bit. I was about to lean
I'm sorry.
back,
I'm
but
sorry.
I'm doing good.
I was like, "Come on, internet!" So now I'm a little like hyped. I'm like, "Whoa, all right, we gotta."
Hello, Mikko.
But,
What's up? What's up?
yeah, it looks like everything. I guess when it's green, everything's better than expected. I'm not good at talking about this like Nick is, but here we are.
Well,
So,
yeah, it's all about the reaction in the candlesticks. But for
Yeah.
me, I don't look at any numbers. What I can see from the markets right now, dollar is gaining a bit of strength. So that's what I can see. That's the kind of the reaction from the markets. But it's very small. It's
and I
nothing
know
drastic.
you two are more technical based, but when things come out like this, does it at least jog a little bit of like maybe I should look at this stuff over here? Like, does it take into account anything?
Yeah,
news?
for me, I'm definitely looking for news candles, especially on the Aussie US dollar, because most of my big winning trades come from large, big bullish or bearish candles. So when I see a big news candle, like for example, this one right here, usually it sparks a nice uptrend. And I definitely want to pay attention to, let's say, this pair if I see a big fat candle and then a nice uptrend as well. So it's a big part. Yeah, definitely.
And I want to make sure I get your channel in the chat here, Marco. Marco's been holding the show together this whole time because the producer has been locked out. So, so I want to make sure you guys go and subscribe to Marco. There's his channel right there.
Thank you.
He's also tagged in the title, which we've started doing that. So that's pretty cool. There it is right there. Sorry, it's covering you up, Mikko. But yeah, you guys go subscribe to Marco. He's awesome. We love having him on. And I know for the rest of the time we're gonna have Mikko going, and Mikko, your time will start when you start. So don't worry too much about it's 8:45. I got to stop. Don't worry too much about that. But Marco, we appreciate you having on. And now we're gonna give Mikko his time, and we'll go from there.
Thank you. See you. Goodbye.
All right, see ya.
Bye.
All right, Mikko, the show is all yours.
Let me present my screen.
Yep, I'm gonna give you your time, and then and you know, Nick's in Canada, so the show's got to go on.
Lucky him.
All right, have a good show.
Okay, thank you. What is up, people? Hope everyone is doing good. Hope everyone's doing well this Thursday afternoon for myself, might be morning for you guys in the US or wherever you are in the world. But yeah, we're seeing some momentum right now, clearly seeing some dollar strength, which is kind of favoring the bias I've had. I mean, as you see, DXYs keep pushing to the upside. So the bias has been bullish ever since then, and nothing has changed since that. So I'm still looking for DXY to come back to the highs here. So I'm bullish for DXY until around 105,500. So that is the longer term target. So for pairs like EURUSD, Pound USD, still looking for shorts. However, I wanted to see a move to the upside with the news to kind of retrace and then look to short. By the way, leave some pairs on the screen if you want me to take a look. What's up, FX Wolf? Waiting for Mikko, love it. Hope you're doing good. Sadia, Pound USD, I'll go through some dollar pairs. So yeah, EURUSD melting the downside at the moment. I'm expecting EURUSD to come back into this particular area over here. And we've kind of just come into it right now, sort of. So I'm still bearish on Euro, but I'm not really looking to sell at these prices. The whole plan for myself was to see if Euro can have a bit of a pullback. We broke through a really nice level on Tuesday, more or less. Yeah, but Tuesday we broke through that level there on Tuesday. So I've been waiting for a retest of that area for some shorts. However, we haven't got that opportunity as of yet. So with EURUSD, we're coming into a big support. So now I'm going to kind of press the brakes a little bit with my short buys. kind of back away. I'm not really looking to sell EURUSD at these prices here. If we do crack the support, then sure, we could come a lot more to the downside. We've got some levels further down as well we could potentially look into. But at the moment, we are coming to a big obstacle, and I never really want to sell into a big level of support. Doesn't really make too much sense. So yeah, Euro still looking at more downside, but we'll see how price reacts to that support. Pound USD likewise as well. We've been falling to the downside quite well. Again, haven't really seen a bigger pullback for pound USD, but we are coming into some areas where potentially you might start to bounce from. We've got a big level here, 1.245. Even these lows, potentially the price may drift towards as well. So again, similar opportunity for Euro, looking at some pullbacks. The market has been very consistent with the lower highs with pound USD. So even from a higher time frame perspective, I'm still looking at corrections to the upside, followed by a lower high and some more shorts. So I'm waiting for a bigger pullback for pound, hopefully a bigger pullback for Euro. Aussie dollar and the USD dollar, I'm still looking for shorts as well for these two, but they've been very choppy. Looks like this one's just about breaking through the low, but not clean. I want price to break through with a lot more momentum, then come back for some pullbacks, some shorts, and then I'll be looking to short ends the USD. Same thing with AU. This one's kind of dancing at support as well. So I'm not quite interested to short it just yet, but for both of them, from a high time frame perspective, we've been very, very consistent with the lower lows and lower highs. So there's a very good chance that we're probably going to come back to these lows here. Same thing for NZD USD as well. So in the grand scheme of things, I'm expecting a lot more downside for the dollar pairs. So hopefully you can get some pullbacks. GR30, we'll take a look as well. Pound CAD, Euro CAD, we'll have a look. Pound CAD is at the top of my watch list. Let's go take a look at GR30 real quick. And then I'll go take a look at pound CAD and Euro. So yeah, this one's kind of sideways in the higher time frames. I'm kind of just waiting to see what we do. Because again, we can see there's a clear uptrend in the market here, but we're coming back into the recent swing high back from 2021. So it's up to price whether we're going to break through this and continue the trend or start to stall and probably reverse. So if you do crack through this support here at 15,500, then I do think sales beyond that point look very, very good. However, we haven't done that, and we haven't obviously broken through just yet either. So I don't think there's much to do with this one at the moment. It's kind of like a big range. If you're keen on trading ranges, then keep an eye on the support there at 15,500. And of course, you've got the highs there at 16,300. But anything in this area here, I kind of deem to be no man's land. And if we continue to trade within that range, I won't see any good opportunities. But if we start breaking through, then of course we can probably look for some sales back to some of these areas here on the left. If we crack that support, we'll expect to see a bit of a bearish trend form, and some low lows and low highs will look good. Vice versa to the upside as well. If we start breaking through the highs and pullbacks and retest, that will look good too. So anything above 16,300 and below 15,500 will look good. Anything inside of that, I'll be staying put. Maybe some short-term sells there, but it's within a range, so I would avoid it if it was me personally looking to trade it. Pound CAD is looking very, very attractive going forward for the rest of the week, probably into early next week as well, because we still need to see a retracement before I do actually look to short. I'm looking for a break and retest on this low here. That's a lovely level at 1.70, just underneath 1.71. I'm looking for a short on the retest of that area. Pound CAD has been pretty consistent with the lower highs, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and now looking for a retest of that structure for the 6th lower high, and then continuation to the downside. Pound CAD has also broken through a very key substantial level on the daily chart as well. So in my books, Pound CAD is looking good for more downside. Is anyone else looking to short Pound CAD? Let me know. But yeah, if you can keep up this momentum, have some pullbacks, I will be looking for a retest or some structure, maybe some trendline confluence as well. Not too sure if we'll get a test. Maybe the market might wick into it, but as long as we come back into retest that area, I'm a happy bunny to be looking to short from there. And targets back down to the prior low, just underneath 1.69 as well. EuroCAD, something similar, isn't as clean as Pound CAD, but it does look like EuroCAD is starting to break out of the consolidation here. We've of course got the highs and lows. Looks like the market's starting to break through. We've got lower lows and lower highs over here. So EuroCAD is looking like we are breaking through as well. Not as clean as Pound CAD, hence why I'm focusing on Pound CAD a lot more, and why Pound CAD is on my watch list and EuroCAD isn't. But again, they're very, very similar pairs. Most likely will do the exact same thing. So EURUSD, we're looking at push back into this level here at 1.45. Pound CAD looking at a very similar push there as well. So hopefully I can see some pullbacks. And then I will look to short. Okay, so we'll go take a look at gold. Gold's been pretty popular today. We'll take a look at gold, EURUSD, S&P as well. There are more buyers on pound CAD on sentiment. Yeah, typically retail traders normally go against momentum. So if the market is flying to the upside, the average retail trader will be looking to short, and vice versa. If the market is falling quite substantially, the average retail trader will be looking to buy. And I kind of want to take the opposite position to that. Not if the market is just falling, I'm just going to sell where it is, but I want the market to retrace, obviously come back to a nice area, and then I'll short. But predominantly, wherever the retail trader on average, I typically want to go the opposite direction. Not that I look at it as in terms of a confluence, but I've seen that most of my trades are generally opposite to what the average retail trader is doing. Sometimes the same direction, but yeah, because I'm a trend follower and the average retail trader wants to go against the trend. So my average trade will be against the retail trader normally, even though I am still a retail trader as well. Anyway, so we'll take a look at gold. So gold is still bearish bias 2. This one's steadily moving to the downside, came back and retested some nice structure on a retest of this level here on the lower time frame. So it looks like gold is coming back to the downside, back into these lows here. Gold is still kind of ranging, resting on some support, but I still do expect a lot more downside for gold. We came and rejected a very, very key level on the daily chart. So ever since that happened last week, I've been looking for gold to come back into the lows here at 80.90. The market has been forming these lower highs, 1, 2, and potentially 3. Now I'm looking for us to rest back down at these lows here, which we're not too far away from. So my aim for gold is looking for those lower highs and shorting them. I've been looking for a bigger pullback to retest this area here. It doesn't look likely at the moment. And if you're shorting there on the lower time frames, might have got a nice little entry, but I mean, it'll be difficult because the news is what kind of kicked things off, but price is right back at support right now. So I wouldn't be looking to jump into any gold shorts at the moment, but if we can keep up with this momentum, break through some structure, then get some pullbacks, that will be decent there as well too. So gold shorts look good too. Again, pretty much all these dollar pairs, EURUSD, pound USD, expecting more downside, NZD-USD, AUD-USD, expecting more downside, gold expecting more downside. Dollar CAD and dollar Swiss are kind of the odd ones out because they actually are trading out some tough resistances. So dollar Swiss looks like it might be breaking through. So potentially that could be looking better by the end of the day. And same thing with USD CAD. If USD CAD can break through this area here, then it'll look a lot better for the buys. But every single other dollar pair, I'm basically anticipating more dollar strength. So if I can see a good pullback on euro, on pound, I'll be there to take some shorts, of course, as long as it fits my plan and whatnot. But the key thing I'm looking for the dollar pairs is just some pullbacks and some more shorts going to the downside in favor of dollar strength. And of course, pound CAD, I'm looking for some sells there too. Hopefully you can get some pullbacks pretty soonish, but we'll have to see. Okay, so I'll take a look at dollar yen. I'll quickly take a look at EURUSD that was requested before. So EURUSD, I'm bullish bias on this one. I was pointing out a nice little head and shoulder, or inverse head and shoulder, I should say. So you've got the left shoulder over there, the head, and then the right shoulder. So if the market can break through this neckline here, I can see a lot more upside for EURUSD. Back to the highs over here, resting at 1.7. If I zoom out and look at the high time frame structure, you can see the market's pretty consistent with all these high highs and high lows. So I'm still looking to attack to the upside with EURUSD. However, I do want it to break through resistance first to show me that, okay, the buys are back in control, because for all we know, that right shoulder doesn't necessarily have to form. The market might have a deeper retracement. There's some levels down here we could retest as well. So we could still see a deeper retracement before we do push up. But if the market does want to form that head and shoulder, then a break of the neckline, aka that resistance, should give us some nice opportunities if we can retest it and then look for some longs back up to 1.7 there. So the idea for EURUSD is definitely buys, but only if we can break through the resistance at 1.68, 600 would I look to follow that. So waiting for a retest of that area. And then I'll finish on dollar yen. So the yen pair is actually quite interesting. A lot of the yen pairs are approaching some key support levels. So I'll touch on dollar yen in a second, but with Euro yen, Swiss yen, pound yen, they're all kind of in big ranges, and I'm not really prepared to do anything with the yen pairs whilst we're in these ranges until we break out, whether it's to the upside or to the downside. Not really too bothered because I know we can find some good opportunities going up or down. So direction is not really too important at this moment in time. But as you can see, as we go through these yen pairs, there's some key levels in the market, and the market's kind of just squeezing between two key levels. So I'm waiting for the yen pairs to break out. But in terms of dollar yen, that one's actually still creating higher highs and higher lows. So for this one, I'm still pretty confident with the bullish bias. In fact, I'm looking at some retracements back into these areas here, 146,500, to look for longs probably next week, because even if we do retrace this week, we'll probably just get there by Friday. So most likely opportunities next week. But in terms of dollar yen, I still do favor more upside for this particular pair here as well. 146,500 at this level here, I would keep an eye out for. Was some lovely resistance last week or last couple of weeks. Will we turn support now? So dollar yen expecting more upside, but other yen pairs, anyone asking about it, are there any yen pairs? I would stay patient, because right now they're kind of all moving very, very choppy, very sideways, apart from dollar yen. But of course, dollar is kind of driving that to the upside. So that's the main catalyst. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for having me on the stream. I'm pretty sure the team have left my link in the chat, so feel free to go check me out on my channel as well. I do stream and share my updates for trades and for my watch list and things I'm looking at as well. And of course, I do stream more like the London session. So I know a lot of you guys will be in the US, so you might be asleep for it, but feel free to take a look and chip into that. Maybe the internet for there we go.
Hey, Mikko, thanks for coming on.
No problem.
Yeah, guys, as Mikko said, go sub to him. I appreciate both him and Marco coming on today. They come on once a week, but if you go to their channel, you can watch them all the time. So,
very, very true.
Probably not a bad idea. And before you go, I'm going to go and put, this is Mikko's channel here. So make sure if you just click on that link, I've done half the job for you. I've already found him, and all you got to do is click sub. And then one last time, I'm going to put Marco's channel in there as well. So guys, go click on those, go give them some subscriptions. With YouTube, subscribing is free. So
yeah, very true.
You lose nothing by doing it. So Mikko, thanks for coming on. I appreciate you. Appreciate you coming by.
No problem. Adios.
All right, see ya. All right, guys, and just like all the time while Nick is gone, before we go, I'm going to end it pretty much the same way I have in the past. The EDGEFINDER is 35% off, and it's only going to be that way for the next 2 days. Yes, 35% off ends tomorrow. So if you want this thing dirt cheap, now's your chance to get it. And I'm going to put a link. If you click this link, you can message somebody on our team. They're literally right outside the door. They're ready to go. And you get it 35% off. It's not often it's this cheap. And I got to say, I've been using it myself. I've been doing some trading. It's not been great on my part, but I got a pretty good little win. It's a demo account, so don't worry. I'm not like just diving in head first like a goober here, but I got a pretty good trade the other day. My very small account that I have, and it's because I'm not even kidding. I use the EDGEFINDER, and I don't know much about the markets, but the EDGEFINDER is designed in a way. Nick and Frank designed it in a way that it makes it very easy to read. And so for someone like me who is just now figuring this stuff out, it's a pretty intuitive thing. I'm able to look at it pretty easily and figure things out on that. But 35% off. Also, we're going to close the show out with a word from our sponsor. They make this show possible, 8cap. And they even have a way for you to get the EDGEFINDER for free. So if you just listen to the ad, you can figure that out. And that'll work out as well. So guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you back tomorrow.
Attention A1 Trading Show fans, if you're interested in getting free access to the EDGEFINDER or our premium trade alerts, listen up. For a limited time, our show's partnered broker 8cap is giving out free access to our products when you sign up for a new trading account with them. If you already have a broker, you may want to consider switching to 8cap because of their low trading costs, a wide range of trading assets, and their amazing customer support. If you'd like to get access to our software and Discord server for free, click the link being dropped in the chat right now and ask one of our team members for more information. Don't miss your chance for free products and an award-winning broker. Now back to the A1 Trading Show.